Hello and welcome to week 28 of Race Country Cottage, our Thai house build. So it's Sunday and it's raining, and here's Panda. He's the worksite dog that's just showed up and stayed around. As they say, it's a wet Sunday. Nobody's working today because it's too wet. And the video is a bit shorter this week because the activities have been less. With the house main construction finished, it's all about the finishing work. So the tiler was hard at work in the kitchen and finished that off. And he started on the porch. We put rain gutter on the back of the house. And the fella that puts the railings on the porches, he's come along and measured everything up. Take about 2 weeks to build the railings. And our window supplier, he was here to install the windows in the kitchen. So all in all, rather slow week, but a bit of progress. So thanks for coming along and join me on this week's update. Cheers. Well, this week we start out with a few drone shots of the house. So you get a perspective on where it's at in terms of the coloring. Most of the first coat is on, still a little bit to do with the bottom. So the first picture here is of my partner who daily gets around the work site and cleans up. The workers don't clean up much around them, so he gets over there and sweeps and brooms everything up, gets rid of screws and keeps certainly the internal work site fairly clean and tidy. So beginning this week, the tiling was a big feature of work this week, particularly in the kitchen. This is the backsplash wall tile. Here you can see the tiler, he started to put it in place. It's 15 by 60 centimeters, and he's going up the wall. Now he's going up the other wall, as you can see. He's got, here he's putting in the edge pieces, or as they call in Thailand, the eyebrow. So puts the tile in, and when we come to the end of the tiling, which is going to be just here at the window, this edge piece eyebrow goes in, so he's just working out the sizing. So when it's finished, it's all neat and tidy. So he has to mark the eyebrow and cut it off so it butts up nicely on a 90-degree corner. So there he's ready to do it. These are the pieces that they use to hold the tile spacers and to make the tiles flat to each other. So he's moving on to the side wall of the house, or the kitchen, putting on the cement glue to the tile, and he's already moved the electricity as required, spoke about last week, and gets this in place. So. And then he just goes about working his way up and across the wall. We've used, I think it's called a 4-in-1 pattern. And yeah, you can see the kitchen as it is, midweek. And then towards the end of the week, he was over on where the stove will be, just in between these two windows, cutting the small pieces in place, and looking to put the edge work in. So some of this takes a bit of time because he's very precise in his measurements and kind of meticulous in what he does. So there's a lot of measuring and then cutting and getting things just right. I'm glad he takes his time because the end result will be a lot better. So here, just on the right, is the storage cabinet. Top shelf, not yet grouted, but the one below it is. Just works his way across. You can see the pieces at the back that hold the tile spacers in place. This is a finished wall. This is what it's going to look like before grouting. And there he's pretty well completed it. The tiler's wife does the grouting in the house, so I just thought I'd show people what's going on here. So she uses this plastic tool, pushes the grout in, wipes it off, puts more grout on, pushing it down so it gets itself to the bottom between the tiles. Then the painters returned for one day to work on the gable ends. So they put on the primer coat on everything and then started with the fascia board with the black, and then the soffits with the fawn color, and got around to the sheer wood ends with the morning sand color. So not worried about heights or safety, as you can see. And then because we put the concrete molding around the bottom to separate the black bottom from the top, they were just putting the primer on that. That's finished product, and just a bit of a close-up shot there. And here, just a evening picture of the house after they'd finished all that. So that took us on to the porch railing contractor. So there's going to be a porch around the house. It's going to look similar to this picture. Here's the blueprint drawings. It's about 20 meters of railing, and there's 4 2.3 meter gates and stair rails. So the contractor just coming over to remeasure to make sure that the measurements on the blueprint are what is required for his manufacturing. It takes about 2 weeks. And then the tiler, he was back at it again with the kitchen. This is the colonial beige pattern tile that we're putting in. It's ceramic, so it needs to be soaked in water before it is applied. Here the tiler and his wife are marking out or measuring out where the tile level is meant to be, and then just cleaning the floor before they start. Here they are now. They've put out their string lines, and they've that red line on the side marks the level that the tile has to be raised up to. Here he's putting out a mortar mix of sand and cement. So there's two options: to level the floor first and then do the tile, or raise the tile at the time of tiling. So that's what they're doing here. It saves time, it's just as effective. So mortar and sand, 2 or 3, couple of centimeters, and then the tile with the tile glue. So that's where he's showing the cement glue that goes on the back. And these are the string line boards to attach his string lines to. So he's measured it all out, and the tile's going down in between string lines so that he gets a straight, proper edge all the way down, and then works the other tiles off of this control line of tiles. So it just takes time, because you can only mix up a small amount of mortar at a time, so it's the right consistency and wetness. And he just, works his way down through the kitchen, following the string lines, cutting tiles where he needs to make it fit in around the counters, the island. And then he's just got the back end of the kitchen to finish off. So the tiler's wife puts the cement glue on the tile, trowels it out, and then uses this tool to spread it out and get it onto the bottom of the tile properly. It's got the lines in it. So then once she's ready, passes the tile over to the tiler. He's put his mortar down on the floor just behind her. He wets it all, and he cleans the tiles around of any debris before he puts it down, so it's a nice clean floor. And then it's just a matter of getting it down correctly with the other pattern, and using his rubber mallet and his level to make sure the floor is level. He gets it in place. Then he uses the spacers here's what it looks like when he's all done. Really happy with the result. So here you can see the large house roof sitting above the metal roof. A lot of rain comes down and goes onto the metal roof, so we decided to put in a rain gutter to catch that rain and take it away, so the metal roof only has to deal with the rain itself. These are some drawings of the drainage system that was designed to take the water away. The builder sent in a couple of workers. Here's the bits and pieces, the PVC rain gutters, and just some shots of them at work trying to install the downpipes. And up on the scaffolding, putting in place the actual gutters themselves. Had some rain come while they were installing this, and so we caught some of the rain. You can see that it actually is picking up the rain and sending it down. There's a picture of the completed guttering with the leaf guards on top so the birds don't get in and make nests in there. So we'll hopefully help dispose of the rain. The next thing was porch tiling. The tiler was back at work. 60 by 60, the brown tiles going down. So put out his string lines, measured out all the tiling requirements, and then started doing the same mixture of sand and cement mortar on the base, raising it up a few centimeters, and then the tile goes on top of it with the cement glue. So this has only happened on, I think, Friday and Saturday that he will manage to do some work here before the weekend, and the rainy Sunday that we ended up with. So we can see what it looks like, and he'll continue next week. So we locked in the SBC flooring, the wood look flooring. This is the color here. That'll be installed towards the end of November, I believe. A couple visitors came to see us that had watched the channel and were in the area, and so dropped in to say hello and see our build. That's it for this week. Look forward to sharing week 29, and here's some drone footage of the house to wind up this week's tour. Thanks for joining me, and take care. Cheers from Phanom, Thailand.